So if we can come around onto our knees, and we're going to start off with the stretching around little exercise. So I'm sitting back onto the heels, stretching one hand all the way up towards the top end of your mat, and then taking the other hand all the way back down and reaching downwards towards your foot. And then just lay your head down if you can and look back towards your knee. And then I want you to try, if you can, to walk your left hand a little bit further around. So the hand that you have at the top of the mat, try and caterpillar your fingers across. And then release your arm back down, swap your hands over. So reach all the way up towards the top end of your mat. Turn your head in the opposite direction and then start to walk your fingers across. And then walking your hands all the way back over, spreading your fingers out nice and wide. And now as we start to draw the body along the ground, pulling up, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin. Then let's draw up into a little cat stretch, pulling up through the shoulders and up through your back. And then taking your head and the tailbone away and sitting back down upon your heels. Again, let's bring the body through, lifting, rolling down the shoulders, opening the chest. And then again, let's come up into your cat stretch, pulling up through the shoulders and up through with your back. And taking your head and your tailbone away and sitting all of the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body through, lift and open back the shoulders and the chest. And then let's curl the toes. Sending your hips back and taking your head down through your arms. Draw forwards into a plank. And then bending your knees and sitting all the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body through. Opening up, lifting and lengthening through. Curling the toes. And as we send the hips back, taking the head down through your arms. Draw forwards into your plank, and then bending your knees and sitting back down upon your heels. And again, bring the body through, roll down the shoulders, lifting the chin, curling the toes, and sending your hips back and your head down. Draw forwards into your plank, and then bending your knees and gently releasing back to your heels. And again, bring the body up and through, curling the toes and easing back through the back of your body, looking up to your navel. Draw forwards into your plank and then bending your knees and sitting all of the way back. Couple more times. Bring the body up, lift and open the chest, curling the toes, sending the hips back and head down. And draw forwards into your plank, and then bending your knees and sitting back to your heels. One more time. Bring the body up, lift and open the chest, curl the toes, and as you ease the heels back, stay here and walk down from one to the other, and drawing down one side of your body and then the other, spreading your fingers nice and wide to the floor. And then moving your hips a little from side to side. And just noticing how you feel today in your back and in your legs. Okay? So working a little through the hips. Okay, now let's come all the way back down upon your knees and placing your right foot forwards. Taking your left leg back. Now we can just draw down your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Bring your left arm up and looking up towards your hand. back knee. Open out to the right and raise your right arm. So just bending a little into that front knee. Notice how that feels. If it's already quite intense, stay as you are. If you think you could open up your front foot, go to the outside edge of your back foot and draw your body to open back a little bit further. But again, just know where you are with your practice today. Don't over push anything. Let's bring it all of the way back round, letting your knee back down upon the floor. Let's come back with the upper body. And as we raise both of your arms, trying to get your shoulders nice and relaxed, we could from here just take a right hand back behind the left, get a little wrist wrap, drawing the arms back, lifting the chin up, and just taking a couple of nice, good strong breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then letting your arms all of the way back down. Moving back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes. And just if you can here, just arching back a little through the tailbone, releasing open the neck, drawing the toes back. And just seeing how that is for you today. Okay, if you need to, just soften the back of the knee if it starts to feel a little bit too tight. Take a couple of deep breaths. Alright, let's draw the body back on up. Okay, if we could draw up the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist and start to let your arms draw up and over. So you're opening up through your lats, your oblique muscles, your lower back and your hip flexors. And then breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, activating your waist and bringing your arms to lengthen up and across. And breathing in as you come back up. Breathing out, letting your arms all of the way back down again. We'll step the left foot forwards. Okay, and if we can just draw down, left hand to the outside of your left foot. Right arm coming up. And again, take that little bit of an arch coming over, looking up towards your hand if you can. Let's bring that hand all of the way back down. Curl the toes, lift the back knee, turning open and looking up towards your left hand. And again, either stay here, or if you feel you can, open up your front foot, go to the outside edge of your back foot and looking towards your hand. And bring it all of the way back round again. Letting your knee back down upon the floor. Come back up with your upper body and raising both of your arms. Maybe if you can, left hand behind the right. Just going a little bit deeper into that shoulder girdle stretch. And then let's let those arms all of the way back down. Move off onto that back knee, draw back your toes, a little bit of a shift backwards through the tailbone, opening out the collarbone, belly pulls back, but of course you're protecting that back knee. Alright, now let's gently release it out. Let's come around onto your back. And if we could just draw in your heels and have your feet about a hip distance apart. Open your body out to the ground. I'm just going to checkpoint your body to begin with. So starting off with your toes today. Spread out the toes, working into the edges of your feet. Okay, feel that the balls of the feet are pressing down, but the arches of your feet just feel softly lifted. And then if we work the lower back down to an imprint, and then release your back away from the ground. Work your lower back again down into a soft imprint and releasing it back out to neutral. And finally, just bringing the shoulders to come upwards. Roll them back and take them down. All right, do that again. Roll the shoulders up. As you take them back, walk your shoulder blades down and down and down and down. Wriggle the neck out. So really get that lowered and opened up position there with the collarbone and the upper body. Okay? Coming into your breath work here. So if we take a deep breath in through your nose, let your ribs widen to the side and back of your body. As you breathe out through your mouth, blow the breath out with a little bit of energy. And again, as you breathe in, ribs are widening, belly flat. And as you breathe out, draw the navel back to the spine and start to create that strength work, that energy work coming up from pelvic floor all the way up to your transverse abdominis muscle. So in the in-breath, your ribs are widening, belly's flat. As you breathe out, pulling inwards all the way up from the arches of your feet, inner lining of your legs, pelvic floor, connecting up into transverse, and just really feel that energy flow. Okay, just do this a few times. Really focus on deepening your breath. When you breathe out, it's like you're blowing out a candle, so you have a little bit of power to the breath. And like I've said before in classes, it's a breath that's powerful enough that your neighbour can hear, okay? Maybe not at the moment, but if you're in a class, okay? But not the rest of the class. So it wants to be strong enough, okay? But not too ridiculous, okay? But really think about how you're developing a little bit more usage of the lungs, all right? That's what we're thinking of here. And then just releasing tension out of the body when you breathe out. Now I'm going to start us off today with shoulder bridge, and I'm going to be working in 3 layers. So very much always listen to your body, don't push it, and go where you feel that you're holding best. Okay, so we take a breath in, and as you breathe out, work your lower back upon the floor, peel the back away from the ground, and travel all of the way up onto your upper back. Breathing in, letting your ribs widen, and as you breathe out, lowering your back. Down vertebrae by vertebrae, imprint, and come back to neutral. So breathing in, the ribs are widening. As you breathe out, work your lower back upon the floor and peel the back away from the ground, coming up to your shoulders. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower, vertebrae by vertebrae, imprint, and back out to neutral. Again, breathing in. As you breathe out, rippling up. Now this time, if you feel you can, stay in your lift. And as we lift one heel, breathing out. As you lower, breathing in. Now try and be conscious of keeping the balance of your hip bones stable. We're alternating our heels. As we lift, I want you to imagine you could draw your hip bones together. So as you breathe out, raising the heel, just coming up onto the ball of your foot, okay, try not to overdo it, alright, try and keep the buttocks switched off if you can. If you feel that you're overusing your back, if your back feels like it's coming in too much, take it down, rein it down a level. So you're breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. And as I say, if you want to keep it at this stage, absolutely carry on. Here's the next stage up. Breathing in to lift and straighten the leg, and breathing out, lower the leg to halfway, and then breathing in, raise it back up. Breathing out, lower the leg to halfway, breathe in, bend your knee, and breathe out, lower the foot back down, and let's change over. Breathing in to lift and straighten, breathing out to take the leg away from the body, breathing in to raise it up. Breathing out, bring the leg away from the body. Breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out, softly place it back down. Breathing in to lift and straighten. Breathing out, engage the core a little stronger as the leg goes away. Breathing, come back up. Breathing out a little stronger as the leg goes away. Breathing in, bend your knee. Breathing out softly, place the foot back down. Try not to dig your elbows into the floor, remember. Breathing in to lift and straighten. Breathing out, lower the leg down. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, engage as you take the leg down. Breathe in, bend your knee. Breathing out and carefully place the leg down. And everybody, when you're ready, take a breath in and we'll lower down on your out breath and release back into a neutral. Now if we could take the hands to come back behind your head. I'm going to come up into ab prep. And again, we've got 3 stages with this position today. As you breathe in through your nose, nodding the chin. As you breathe out through your mouth, raise your upper body, keeping your chin and your chest open. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out, engaging the core as you lower. And try and maintain your hollow underneath your back all the way through. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out, engage the core, lift up with your upper body. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out, navel to the spine as you lower back down to the floor. Breathing in to nod the chin. Breathing out and engaging with your core as you lift. Breathing in. Breathing out, engaging the core as you lower. And that's our first stage. Next stage, breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, if you can, extend your right leg and extend it away, hovering it from the floor. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, engaging with your core, draw that leg back in. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending your other leg, raising your upper body. Breathing in to stay. Breathing out, engaging with your core as you lower back down. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending out your right leg. Now layer 3. If you feel you can, lift up your left toes an inch off the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, foot back down, leg back on in. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out and extending out through your left leg. If you can, lifting the right foot, point the toes down. Breathing in and breathing out, foot back down, leg back on in and lower. One more set if you can. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending right leg. If you can, lift the left also. Breathing in. Breathing out, foot back in, leg back in, lower back down. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extend and lift up that right foot if you can. Breathing in, breathing out, foot back down, leg back in, and relax it back down. Good. All right, now just coming up into your tiptoes for me. Okay, keep the knees pulled up together. If you can, if you have the space, place your hands flat to the floor either side of you. As you breathe out, just gently take your knees over a little way. And breathe in, come back to the middle. Breathing out, gently take the knees over the other way. Breathing in. Now this is our easy version with the knees pulled up together and we're on our tiptoes. And we're gently going over. We've got contact with the ground with our feet. So we're nicely absorbing our body's weight into the floor. Alright, and that might be a really good thing for you today. Keep both of your shoulder blades on the floor. Now if you feel that you can take it further, step the feet up one and then the other. Okay, and then from here you have your knees in alignment with your hips and your feet in alignment with your knees. Then as you take the knees over, breathing out, and you're only going to go as far as you can keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Breathing in, draw it back up to the middle. Breathing out, engage your core, take your knees over. Like I said, keep your shoulder blades, both of them on the floor. Breathing in, come back up. Because remember, if you go over too far, you're going to completely negate the purpose of twisting. Okay, so what we really want to work on is how we're holding from the core strength. And that's what I say, keep the knees pulled up together if you can. That keeps the position of your pelvis nice and stable. Don't take it so far over that you feel like you're overstretching your back. It should be a nice release for the back, but it shouldn't feel like you're overstretching it. All right, finishing off your last side here. Breathing out and breathing in as you bring it back in and place your feet back down for me. Carefully roll yourself over to one side and let's come back on up. I'm going to bring you over onto your elbows and knees. We're going to come into our 22 breath plank. So you could be doing this today on your knees. You could be doing this out with your legs straight, okay, and pressing out through your heels. Everybody, okay, pull down with your shoulders, okay, even if you're doing this up on your hands, all right, and if you do have a shoulder issue going on at the moment, balance it up, all right, don't stay down there on your elbows if it's feeling too much for the shoulders. Rise yourself up onto your hands. It will be easier, all right, but if it means that you can continue, maybe that's the way forwards for you at the moment, okay? So if we can slide all the way down to the floor, everybody's gaze is going to be slightly up, okay, so you're not looking underneath you. Draw your legs away if possible, and maybe you're squeezing the back side, all right, but remember you could do this on your knees. Pull up on your bottom rib, and let's set up that breath pattern. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, nice strong breath, lateral breathing and out. Again, breathing in, breathing out, navel back to the spine. Strong in the legs if you're in your toes. Breathing out. Good, keep breathing in and out 5. In and out 6. In, out 7, in, out 8, in, out 9, in, out 10, in, out 11, in, out 12, in, out 13, in, out 14, in, out 15. In, out 16, in, out 17, in, out 18, in, out 19, and in, out 20, in, out 21, in, out 22, and lowered all the way back down. All right, today, just bring your arms down by your side for me, drop your forehead in, and then just peel one shoulder back and lay it down, and then peel the other shoulder back and lay it down. Just do that a few times and try and make that movement as fluid as possible, so that when we go to the breaststroke in just a moment, we're going to keep that in mind. So we're going to keep that fluidity of movement in the shoulder in mind as we move in. Turn your feet in slightly towards each other if you can, and relax out your buttocks there for me. Okay, now as we start here, breathing in, peel back both shoulders. Breathing out to engage the core, to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out to lower and letting your shoulders come back down to the floor. Breathing and roll back both shoulders. Breathing out and engage your core to lift and hover. Breathing in to hold. And then breathing out to lower and shoulders gently back down. Breathing in, peel back both shoulders. Breathing out and engage the core to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as you lower all of the way back down. Okay, now either stay with that today, or breathing in, roll back both shoulders. If you're not clenching your buttocks, stay in your lift for me. And then maybe we can work in breathing in to draw forwards and breathing out to draw back. But I want you to be really strong. Remember what I say on this position. We want 70% of this position being your core and only about 30% being your back. All right, I know your back's going to work a little bit, but it doesn't want to be the overriding part of what we're using here. Try and lift your belly away from the floor. See how that creates that strength from within, so it doesn't have to all be about your back. And certainly your buttocks, you really want to try and keep them switched off if you can. All right, last one. Breathing in and out. Okay, now bring your hands so that they can come underneath your forehead. Now I'm just going to work into a reverse turn from the upper body. So it's a reverse lift to work into the back. Okay, so whilst the last one was not about totally using the back, although a little bit comes in, this one is. Okay, this is the difference. So I'm going to place my hand by my forehead, and as I come up, I'm gently opening my armpit back, but my hand is still on my forehead. And then I'm drawing back down. Okay, and swapping the hands over. Hand to forehead, draw your body up a little bit and slightly rotate backwards. And then draw your body down. So don't overdo it, and certainly don't let your hips move. Okay, so as you come up, lift up, gently rotate, engaging your core, breathing in as you lower. Swap it over. Breathing out, engaging your core, little rotation, and breathing into lower. Again, breathing out, engaging the core, little rotation, your back is going to work here, and breathing in to change. Breathing out, come up, little half rotation, and breathing in as you lower. Let's have two more. Little lift, lifting up, breathing out, and breathing into lower. One more time, lifting up, little rotate, breathe out, and breathe into lower. All right then, either both legs or one and then the other. Reach back round, tilt the pelvis forwards and squeeze the backside tight, and then you have the option to either lift one or both legs. If you would prefer to do this position lying on your side, you could do. All right, see what it feels like for you today. And just try and relax into it. A little quad stretch. If you're lifting with your upper body, you've got that chest opener here as well. So if you're doing one leg, swap legs now. If you're doing both and you want to just maybe open it up a bit more, maybe that last exercise opened your back up a bit more for you today. Raising up a little bit higher. And letting it all of the way back down. All right, gently press yourself back up and come back and up and around to seated. So from here, I'm going to work into your roll back with you. So if you need a band, or if you have a band, let's put it that way, you can place it around the bottom of your feet. If you are using a cushion, just to give yourself a little bit of security on going backwards, please place that behind your back now. And remember, everybody's different, so you don't have to go back to the floor. That's not a given. If we can release out the shoulders a few times, okay, place your hands upon your thighs. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw back your belly. Drop down your ribs and start to curve your lumbar spine. Breathing in to stop her halfway and breathing out. Let's engage the core, draw up to a full seated position. Again, breathing in, ribs widen. As you breathe out, engage the core, pull back through your belly, go back to about halfway. Breathing in. And breathing out as you draw all of the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, deep breath in. If you feel you can go back further, breathing out, lowering back a little bit more. Okay, breathing in and then breathing out as you slowly draw back on up. All right, now those of you challenging at the moment, okay, taking a bit further, one hand on your shoulder. Keep your shoulders back, you'll be able to feel if your shoulders are tensing here. Breathing out and slowly roll back, either to halfway or fully to the floor. Breathing in and out, slowly drawing up. Take your time, try not to jerk your body as you're moving. Swapping your hands over, breathing in. As you go back, shoulders relaxed. Gently working through vertebrae by vertebrae, breathing in and out, all of the way back up. Lift and bring yourself up right on top of your sit bones. Swap hands, breathing in and out. Keep that neck nice and open. Keep the collarbone open, breathing in and out. All the way back up, lifting up nice and tall. Last one. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. All of the way up to a nice tall seated position. Good. All right, now I'm going to swing you around onto your side from here. And today we're going to work into single leg lift. Then double leg lift, then I'm going to be working the clam and we're going to work side bend. Okay, so we're going to get a whole load of things on that one side. So if we can lengthen all the way out and along the floor, lay your head out and along your arm, point your toes, lengthen through that whole line of your body, chin's lifting. Always check out that upper arm isn't hanging too far forwards, okay? Little half clench of your buttocks. That should bring your hips into a nice, lovely stacked up position. As you raise that top leg, breathing out, let's press the leg away. And breathing in as you lower it back. Breathing out, engage the core, press the leg away from you. Breathing in. Just always, I know we haven't got mirrors to check ourselves out in here, but just try and be aware that you're not turning the leg, all right? That your foot and your thigh are front facing. Breathing out, extend. Breathing in as you lower. Again, breathing out to extend the leg away. Into lower. Now the double leg lift. So press the feet together, engage with the core, breathing out to lift. Breathing into lower. Again, engaging with your core, breathing out, lift. Breathing into lower. Alright, so for those of you who've got good balance, taking the hand support away, keep the chin lifted. If you're nearly there with the balance, maybe just use one finger just to help you hold into the balance. Alright, but again, once you're there, this position is about balance. So this is about, again, utilising the usage of your core to hold you stable, balancing on the side of your body, on the narrowest part of your body. Breathing out, breathing in. Just try and, you want to feel the waist pulling inwards, okay, on this one. Feel it pulling up from the floor and down. All right, last one. Okay, now propping head up if you can. If you can't, keep your head down. Knees coming forwards and the big toes are connected together. All right, so keep them touching together. As you bring the top leg back, breathing out. As you lower it back, breathing in. As you lift the top leg back, breathe out, breathing into lower. So we've got some lovely little bit of inner thigh work here, groin work here as well, but a lot of work coming up into glute medius. Okay, that back outside edge part here of your buttock, just below your lower back. And so as you press that knee back, you're creating your own resistance. And you know, I know it's not going to make any difference to how the hip feels if you connect with your core, all right? But we are working Pilates method work here. So as we press back, engage, breathe out, breathe into lower, keep it going. Breathing out, belly pulls back as you press back into lower. Again, breathing out to press away, into lower. Two more. Breathing out, press back, and into lower. One more time. And lower. Okay, let's come on up into your side bend. So, I snuck in another layer, didn't I, last week? I think I did it with you guys. Okay, so we'll do the side bend on the elbow and the knees. We'll do the side bend up on the hands. And then for those of you who want to challenge, we'll put the held position in with the twister. All right, half twister. We're not going all the way around. All right, so if you want to try it today, by all means do. If you want, don't. That's fine too. Okay, no judgment here. All right. So tailbone tucked slightly under. Lift the chin. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, reach all the way up past your ear. Find the ground if you can. Breathing in as you lower. All right. So pull up from the waist. This is what they all have in common. These positions here is that you're using your oblique muscles from underneath. Okay, so that's your first stage. Carry on if that's the stage for you today. If you're coming up onto your hand and your foot, the powerful leg is the one that's in front. As you go up, breathing out, connecting the inner thighs, and you're reaching up and stretching over. Breathing in as you lower. As you go up, keeping the chest open, don't look down. If you're looking down and looking up at this stage, please don't go any further, all right? Because you need to know that you're really, again, you're there, you're doing it, you've got everything going in the right way, and then we might be ready to move it on. All right, so for those of you who want to move it on, breathing out, take it up and over, breathing in, draw it straight back up. Breathing out to swoop it under, breathing in to open it back, and breathing out, lower yourself back down. Breathing in, breathing out as you reach up, take it to side bend. Breathing in, bring it up to side plank. Breathing out, twist it under. Breathing in, opening back. Breathing out, lower yourself back down. Breathing in, breathing out, and press, reaching over. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, swooping under. Breathing in, opening back. Breathing out, engage your core, lower down. One more of those if you can. Breathing out to reach and stretch over. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, pass it under. Breathing in, opening back. Breathing out, and lower. Lovely. Okay? Swing it round. We've got all of those to go on the other side. So if we can lengthen out and along the floor. And again, push out through with your toes and wriggle your fingers back. Okay, so that they line up with your arm lines up with your ear. Lift your chin a little bit. And as you raise that top leg, breathing out. Let's press the leg away. Breathing into lower. Using your abductors on this one. Hip work, okay, hip functioning work coming in here. And as you take that leg away, keep your foot, keep your thigh front facing. All right, so no twisting from that leg. As you take it away, just going as far as your comfort zone will allow. All right, just go to the edge of that point. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to lower. And again, control that extension. Breathing in to lower. Now the double leg lift. So we're connecting the feet together. Engage with your core first. Breathing out and floating the legs away. Breathing in. Now I know when you start a position like this, sometimes you feel a lot of your body weight pushing down into the floor. Alright, what I can say here is the stronger your core is, the lighter you're going to make that extension. Hopefully that makes sense for you. So as you gain a little bit more power from the core, you're able to press the feet further away from the body. So it's all about that stretch out. So maybe your hand support can come away. Maybe your core is being so responsible here. Okay, it's really, really holding you in the balance. Remember, if your lower back is kicking in, you know, it is. All right, so try and change around where you're taking the energy from. Try and come back in, think about the core, and try and make the core do this job for you. All right, last one. Breathing out to press the legs away. And then if we can, propping head up. All right, but if that's uncomfortable, you know you can be down. Bring your knees slightly forwards of your body. Okay, big toes are touching. As we start to lift the top leg backwards, breathing out, breathing in. Okay, breathing out to take the top leg back, breathing in. And just whilst we're here on this one, I know I didn't mention it on the other side, but when we do a position like this, it wants to be that the navel, okay, remains facing forwards. Alright, it wants to be that the upper part of your body doesn't get involved. Alright, because if everything's rolling back, again, we're not going to make the purpose and change to the strength, okay, that the exercise is there for. So you're breathing out, pressing back, breathing in. And again, breathing out, press it back, breathing into lower. And again, and remember, working in the thigh muscles, okay, and working into this glute work here. Very, very good, strong strength work for the knees. All right, think about where the muscles come down and in towards, okay, and these all the way down to the side of the knee. All right, so these are really good exercises to keep the knees, keep the muscle coming down towards the knee healthy. All right, at the end of the day, we can't do too much about the joint. Okay, that joint, that's a completely different issue. Okay, what's inside, but we can work on what's outside. That's what we're doing here. One more time. All right, coming up. Let's pop up onto that elbow and we'll start off. All right, so coming up. Again, want nose and navel front facing as we lift, breathing out, reaching over towards the floor, breathing in. All right, so do that again. Just really feel that lift coming up from underneath your body. Okay, then from there, if you do feel like you can go up onto your hand, again, look down, make sure that the hand and the foot are on the same line. That's one of the reasons why some people tip forwards, is because they have their hand too far forwards. Okay, so try and open it back. And then as you lift, breathing out, lifting up through with your waist, and breathing in as you lower. All right, and think about, again, particularly those who've been doing this for a while, think about your whole body going over, your head as well. You know, it's not a side plank. Okay, this is definitely a side bend. And that's where we want to be going, over and bending over to that side. All right, now coming up into that last version, those of you who want to try that up today. So breathing out, you're reaching over, and then breathing in, coming up to side plank. Breathing out, thread through. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, lowering it back down. Breathing in to prepare. Breathing out as you reach. Breathing in, side plank. Breathing out, feed it under. Breathing in, opening back. Breathing out, lower. Breathe in to prepare. Breathing out and reach. Breathing in, side plank. Breathing out to go under. Breathing in, up. Breathing out and lower. Last one for those of you who feel you can. Breathing out to reach up and over. Breathing in, side plank. Breathing out, feet under. Breathing in, back up. Breathing out all of the way back down. Good. All right, pop yourself around to seated. Let's just take a little bit of a stretch out for the lower back area. Also, this will take in the lats as well. Okay, give you a little bit of a stretch out for that area of your shoulder, back of your shoulder and your back. Also, if you're able to, you can take your knee open, and that will stretch the inner thigh. Any knee issues, have both of your legs straight. Okay. And as we reach across, we're taking our hand over towards our knee, shin, ankle, or the foot. Opposite arm to opposite leg, and the hand is wrapping around the part of the leg that you've gotten hold of today. And then the other hand, let it go back behind you, and releasing your body forwards. back up, swapping sides. Let's draw it across. And let's come on up. Okay, I'm going to bring you back onto your back for 100. Okay, so just laying your hands maybe up on your thighs, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lowering your body down, all the way back. Alright, so bending up your knees, come into your neutral spine. Remember, you're making this your own. Alright, so it could be that you have your knees bent today. It could be you keep your feet on the floor. That will be okay. Alright, maybe have something to support your neck. Alright, if you know you have troubles with your neck, do always support it. Okay, you're going to stop when you need to. So if we can lift up with the head and shoulders, if that's your thing today. Engage the core, so you've got the lock on already. Lift one leg, then the other leg, okay? And then find, if that's enough, stay. If it's not, take it down a little bit. Some of you might be able to straighten your legs. Some of you might be able to pat the air by your side. Breathing in for about 4, and breathing out for about 6. Alright, but again, maybe just again shut your eyes. Be aware of your shoulder blades touching the floor. Alright, be aware that you've got the neutral back. And as you breathe out, just try and imagine you're squeezing a sponge inside of your body. So as you breathe in, your belly's flat. And as you breathe out, it's pulling in a little bit tighter. Okay, with 30, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 3, 54, 55, 56, 7, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 3, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 3, 84, 85, 86, 7, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let yourself come back down nice and slowly. Place your feet gently back down. And just coming into a little bit of neck release. Okay, so if we take the head over to one side, see if you can get the ear down and upon the ground for me. And then gently roll to the other side. Okay, and then just pick the head up and place it down as far over as you can. And then bring it back round to the middle. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a double chin and see if you can get the back of your neck onto the floor. And then let the head lift up again. And again, draw your chin towards your chest. See if you can get the back of the neck on the floor. And gently releasing it all the way back up. Good. Okay, now I'd just like to bring you over onto a seated position again. And I would like to work today into the saw. Okay, we haven't done this for a couple of weeks, so I want to get this in. So seated position here, either cross your legs, okay, or have your legs about as wide as your mat. Feel free to sit upon your block, alright, that makes it a little bit more doable for you. And just remember again, it's the isolation upper body from lower body. Alright, so try not to let the hips lift, okay, keep the legs very still. Trying to keep your body again as upright as possible, but when you bring your body across, try not to make it just be a flat fold, but a movement from the whole of the back and the shoulder. Alright, so let's open up through with your arms. As we breathe in, rotating your upper body. As you breathe out, use your core to bring you over and across. Breathing in as you draw your body back up again, and then breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in to turn your upper body. Breathing out and rounding the spine as we go up and over. Breathing in to draw the body back up. Breathing out and engaging with your core to draw you back to the middle. Slow it down, remember. Breathing in to turn your upper body. Breathing out, navel back to the spine, lengthening over and across. Breathing in, use your core to bring you up. Breathing out, use your core to slowly bring you back to the middle. Breathing in as you rotate. Breathing out, use your core to bring you over, let the arm come up behind you. Breathing in as you raise your body back up. Breathing out, engaging with your core. Now if you can, let's do a set with the arms across your chest. Breathing in as we turn. Breathing out to gently draw your body to come up and over. Breathing in as you draw the body back up again. Breathing out, engaging with your core as you come back to the middle. Breathing in to turn the upper body. Breathing out to flex as we draw over the thigh. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Now either do another set like that, or if you're okay to challenge it a little bit, fingers by your temples, okay? Breathing in, turn your upper body. Breathing out, rounding from your back, sending the center of your chest over your thigh. Breathing in, use your core to bring you back up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine, to the middle. Keep the elbows wide if you're doing this version. Breathing in, breathing out, and over the thigh we go. Breathing in as you draw the body back on up. And breathing out, engaging with your core, come back to the middle, and we'll let the arms all the way back down. Alright, let's bring the legs in together, okay? Scoop up and under, and see if you can find the elbows, alright? If you can't find the elbows today, go for the wrists. And if we can draw downwards into your lower back, and draw your head down a little, and see if you can discover a little stretch for your lower back. Not for everybody do you feel it straight away, so maybe you need to wriggle into it a little bit, alright? You are quite supple, sometimes you need to wriggle in, alright, to discover where the stretch is. It might not come to you first of all, alright, but most people should be able to find it. Now, if you take hold of the fingers, make a little link underneath the knees, and let's draw down and see if we can get that stretch just below the neck into trapezius, that area where we hold a bit of tension. And then turning your fingers, holding them the other way round, And again, come back. Alright, draw your body back on up. So I'm going to stretch out the neck if you want to find a comfortable position for yourself. If cross-legged isn't good for you at the moment, either straight out in front of you or sit on your heels, that will be okay. You'll bring the hands all the way back, roll open the shoulders, okay, sitting up nice and tall, and just lengthening the head downwards. So try not to round your back over, alright, this is just for the neck. So drawing the chin in again, giving yourself a double chin. And then draw your chin across. And it's as if you could just look inside of your hip socket. So kind of tucking your head over and across and looking down. And bring it through to the middle. And then go the other way. Okay, over and across and down. And then back into the middle. Bring the head up and then take one ear over towards one shoulder. And then go the other way. And then bring it back on up, letting your arms come around the front of your body. Stretch across the middle of your upper back. Breathing in, use your abdominals to bring you up. Breathing out, open it back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, bring it forward, stretch across the middle of your upper back. Breathing in, use your core to bring you up. Breathing out, open, shoulders back and down. One more time. Stretch it forwards, tap the head in, breathing in, draw it up nice and high, lift, breathing out, all the way back and down. Alright, I will leave you there. Very well done tonight, everybody. Okay, hope you have a nice restful sleep. Okay, tonight I've worn you out enough.